your entire lives for this.
Imagine traveling through time, facing intergalactic battles, or surviving the end of the world. Sci-fi isn't just about futuristic tech. It's about pushing boundaries, exploring the unknown, and sparking our deepest fears and wildest dreams. Today we're diving into 8 of the most exciting sci-fi movies that'll blow your mind. Buckle up. First up on our list, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. The Autobots are back, but this time, it's not just cars and planes. Enter the Maximals. These giant robotic beasts bring a new dimension to the battle between good and evil. Set in 1994, this film revives the franchise with a fresh storyline and nostalgia-inducing retro vibes. But what makes it fresh? First off, the Maximals go beyond new characters. They serve as a new evolution to the Transformers universe. This leader, Optimus Primal, is the powerhouse of strength and wisdom to them. And now you speak of action. He, Stephen Caple Jr., doesn't play behind in any way. One will find high-speed chase after another, battles explosion after explosion. In fact, every moment does everything it can to send the audience on the edge. It's not just about robots smashing each other up. There's heart here. The human characters, played by Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback, add depth and relatability. The movie explores themes of trust and unity, showing that sometimes the most unlikely alliances can save the world.
Your father was captain of a starship for 12 minutes.
Which path will you choose?
Next up, sci-fi classic Reborn, Star Trek, 2009. Directed by J.J. Abrams, this reboot did not merely breathe new life into the franchise, but defined it altogether. Chris Pine as young, rebellious Captain Kirk and Zachary Quinto as logical, conflicted Spock bring a dynamic energy that is electric. The plot? A time-traveling Romulan named Nero, played by Eric Bana, threatens to destroy the Federation. What follows is a thrilling, emotional roller coaster as Kirk and his crew must stop him. But it's not just about the action. It's about destiny. Kirk and Spock's journey from rivals to allies is powerful, reminding us that great leaders are forged in the fires of adversity. Visually, it's stunning. The USS Enterprise has never looked better, and the space battles are jaw-dropping. Lens flares and dynamic camera angles give the sense of speed and urgency. Every frame is packed with detail to make space feel vast and intimate. But what really puts this movie over the top is its heart. Star Trek has always been about exploration, not just of space, but of humanity. It asks big questions about loyalty, sacrifice, and what it means to lead. Whether you're a lifelong Trekkie or a newcomer, this one's a warp-speed adventure you can't miss.
I thought it would change everything.
Because everyone is accepted. No one is left behind.
Agreed.
Things are just different here. You'll get it when you're pretty.
Now, let's look ahead to the future. Uglies. According to Scott Westerfeld's groundbreaking novel, this new film takes us into a dystopian world in which everyone is surgically transformed into a pretty at 16. Sounds like paradise? Think again. Beneath the surface lies a chilling reality. The story follows Tally Youngblood, a rebellious teen who begins to question the society's obsession with perfection. What makes Uglies so compelling is its sharp critique of beauty standards and conformity. In a world where appearances are everything, what happens to individuality? Expect stunning visuals and thought-provoking themes. The source material is rich with social commentary, and if the adaptation stays true to it, we're in for a gripping emotional journey. This isn't just another teen dystopia, it's a mirror held up to our own world, asking us to rethink our values. Keep your eyes on this one.
So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
Now, let's talk about a film that shook the multiverse, Spider-Man: No Way Home. This is not just a Spider-Man movie, it's a love letter to fans. Tom Holland's Peter Parker faces his toughest challenge yet, when a spell gone wrong unleashes villains from every dimension. The great movie, actually. However, what will be remembered more about the entire plot and its real mastermind? Nostalgia and payoff. Oh my, Having Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield suit up as Spider-Man from their respective realities was total bliss. Not fan service so much, it's celebrating its history. Peter Parker at all times brought baggage or his lessons together, they became redemption or sacrifice stories. Top action sequences, but it's really about the emotional scenes. A kid turning into a hero, all in the vein of Peter, heartbreaking stuff. That ending, an actual gut punch. The movie that Spider-Man No Way Home is an experience.
To something greater.
Even if it takes the rest.
His tracks. For some, he was a god.
Drive towards. Join you in the sun. You will help them accomplish wonders.
Next up, we have Man of Steel, the film that redefined Superman for a new generation. Directed by Zack Snyder and starring Henry Cavill, this isn't the bright, hopeful Superman of old. No, this is a raw, powerful, and deeply conflicted hero, struggling to find his place in a world that fears his power. The story follows Clark Kent as he discovers his Kryptonian heritage and faces off against General Zod, played brilliantly by Michael Shannon. What sets this film apart is its exploration of identity and sacrifice. Clark isn't just trying to save the world, he's trying to figure out who he is. Is he human? Is he Kryptonian? Or is he something more? The visuals are pure Snyder, jaw-dropping, larger than life, and packed with symbolism. From the destruction of Krypton to the epic battle in Metropolis, every frame feels grand and impactful. The action scenes? Intense. When Superman and Zod clash, you feel the power behind every punch. It's not just a fight, it's a battle for the soul of Earth. But the heart of Man of Steel lies in its quieter moments. Clark's relationship with his adoptive parents, played by Kevin Costner and Diane Lane, adds emotional depth. Jonathan Kent's words, "You are my son," remind us that Superman's greatest strength isn't his powers, it's his humanity. And let's not forget Hans Zimmer's score. That iconic flight theme, chills. It captures the essence of Superman, hope, struggle, and the promise of something greater. Whether you loved it or found it controversial, Man of Steel started a conversation about what it means to be a hero. It's a gritty, thought-provoking take on an iconic character, and it sets the stage for the epic battles to come.
World I will never see.
Everything. I was taught that love is weakness.
Then comes the space opera by the genius of Zack Snyder, Rebel Moon. Imagine this. A colony on the edge of the galaxy is threatened by an oppressive regime. A warrior, Sofia Boutella, is dispatched on a quest to amass an army and start a war. Sounds familiar? It is 7 samurai in space, but darker and grittier, with all Snyder's flair. What makes Rebel Moon so exciting is the scope it's trying to achieve. Snyder's world building is second to none, and from the concept art alone, you can tell this is going to be a visual masterpiece. Expect grand battles, complex characters, and moral dilemmas that challenge the idea of good versus evil. The film promises to be a deep dive into themes of resistance, sacrifice, and redemption. With a stellar cast and Snyder's eye for epic storytelling, Rebel Moon isn't just a movie, it's an event. If you're a fan of sprawling sci-fi sagas like Star Wars or Dune, mark your calendars. This one's going to leave a mark. Now, let's talk about a legend reborn, Godzilla Minus One. This is not just another monster movie, it's a chilling, emotional journey set in post-World War II Japan. Unlike its Hollywood counterparts, this film takes us back to Godzilla's roots, blending heart-pounding action with a sobering look at human resilience. The story unfolds in a war-torn nation. Just when things cannot get any worse, Godzilla emerges, this monster force of destruction, a creature that cannot be controlled. But this time, the monster is not just an individual creature, it's rather a metaphor. It exemplifies the existential fear as well as trauma which had befallen that very country trying to raise its ashes. Director Takashi Yamazaki brings jaw-dropping visuals with practical effects that give the destruction a visceral, terrifying feel. But beyond the spectacle is where the human element smashes the hardest. Characters are not just bystanders, but survivors, each carrying their own weight of their past. This isn't just another kaiju movie. It's a story about hope, loss, and the fight to survive against impossible odds. If you think you know Godzilla, think again. This one will leave you breathless.
Both the living.
what a day!
Finally, let's get pumped for the adrenaline-fueled epic, Mad Max: Fury Road. George Miller's film is not an action sci-fi movie as such, but a relentless spectacle of pulse-pounding moves that change the game, to say the least. It is set in post-apocalyptic wasteland, water and gasoline being the most cherished items. The storyline of the movie revolves around Max Rokitansky, played by Tom Hardy, and Imperator Furiosa, played by the daring Charlize Theron. What is exhilarating about Fury Road? It's the non-stop action. From the first frame, you are thrown into a high-speed chase that barely lets you breathe. Stunts are real, and explosions are practical, not computer-generated. The attention to detail is staggering. Every vehicle, every costume, every set piece testifies to Miller's vision. But beneath the mayhem, there is depth. Furiosa's quest to free the enslaved wives of Immortan Joe is a powerful tale of rebellion and redemption. Max might be the title character, but it's Furiosa who steals the show. Her journey is one of survival, sacrifice, and fierce determination. Visually, Fury Road is a masterpiece. All the desolate landscapes, the thunderous war rigs, and the insane flame-spewing guitar guy can leave you in awe each moment. And let's not forget the score by Junkie XL. It is relentless and pounding, quite fitting to the on-screen mayhem. It's an experience, Mad Max: Fury Road. And if you haven't watched it, you're just not experiencing one of the finest sci-fi spectacles that have ever been told in cinema. There you have it, 8 thrilling sci-fi adventures that'll transport you to other worlds, challenge your perceptions, and keep your heart racing. Which one are you most excited to watch? Let us know in the comments. And if you love this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more epic movie recommendations. Stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.